In this video, I'll be busting the myths about muscle building diets, and a lot of people are struggling with these issues, and I completely understand why you can be struggling, because there's so much information online that will actually tell you to do certain things. You try it out and then for a couple months you still see no results. And the reason I know this is because, one, I've been studying this for the last like 2-3 years. I've also been helping people over the past year to actually build their desired bodies, or actually either lose weight or put on the right muscle gains. And all my clients can actually testify that they've actually seen some good results, but a lot of people do struggle in the beginning stages, and this is the reason you're here. So let's just get straight into it. So firstly, I want to let you know that it's never going to be easy personally. So without the right mindset, like, just forget about it. Don't fall for the trap of, I'm going to build muscle, I'm going to bulk up, and I'm going to do a lean muscle. I'm going to do a lean muscle diet. And then you follow some like guide that's going to tell you, oh my gosh, this is going to be so easy. Like, yeah, it could be simplified for you to understand it easily, but this ain't gonna be a journey where it's gonna be as simple, like plain sailing. You're gonna get a muscle, like you're gonna build muscle in like 1 month. This will take time. Just remember that the faster you try to get it, the less, like, you're not gonna see better results if you try to get to the end result quickly, especially on a muscle building like journey. If you're trying to build muscle with your diet, you need to make sure that you're eating the right things, and there's no other way around it. It's as simple as that. So myth number one, I want to let you know that you do not need a crazy dirty bulk. So this is an easy myth. Like, a lot of people say, oh, you need a crazy dirty bulk if you want to bulk, and you need to eat so many calories. Fuck, it doesn't really matter what you're eating. Just eat anything and you'll bulk up, and you just need to eat a lot of calories every single day. And this is a terrible myth and misconception that a lot of people tend to believe, and they idolize it because it's like, oh my gosh, I can eat whatever I want, so let me go McDonald's, straight after McDonald's, KFC, and then after we'll just get some like ice cream, and then when I get home I'm gonna eat like another burger or just some bullshit, fried foods, processed junk foods, crisps, just so much bullshit, and oil and grease and sugars, that it makes you, like, personally, it makes me want to vomit. I don't know about you, but if you think about doing this type of thing, then you're actually going to ruin your life, because you're going to have all these empty calories and empty nutrients that are going to be inside your body. You're going to bulk up, but you're going to be fat. And genuinely, to remove all this excess junk is going to take you longer. So it's just better to just have a healthy bulking diet, as opposed to just following like some dirty bulk that's just gonna make you put on a lot of weight. I heard people say, oh yeah, after I put on the weight, I'm just gonna shred it. Like, what the fuck was the point? You literally just put on so much weight just to now lose all the weight. You're gonna go back to square one. Then you need to do the right thing again to actually build the muscle. So why not just do that from the beginning and save yourself time and energy and money? So for me personally, all these dirty bulking guides, people telling you, oh, just take like 3 protein shakes a day, or like just be eating a lot of sweets. It doesn't really matter. You just need to eat a lot of carbs, and you just need fats. Just eat pork and just eat a lot of protein from like fried food. It doesn't really matter how you get your nutrients. You just need to get your nutrients from somewhere. People that tell you these things are literally deceiving you. And a lot of these people that are actually encouraging people to go on a dirty bulk and they look good themselves, guys, they're using something, guys. Just be careful where you're getting your information from. You want to look healthy, you want to look natural whilst you're on your bulking journey. You don't want to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, even though he was like kind of like, to some degree, you know, it looked real. There are a lot of people that do not look real, and you've got to be real with yourself. Do you want to like be like those type of people that are so desperate that they will just end up doing that because they just feel hopeless? So don't be this type of person. Studies show that you need about 0.5 to 1% body weight gain, like over every month. You want to be like at least, well, maybe every week, I would say you want to be aiming for at least 0.5 to 1%. And that is very slow. It feels very slow, right? But if you stick to that over a couple years, you will have the best physique of your life. Now, I've only literally started not too long ago with my muscle building journey again. And because I had a rough period where I literally stopped and I just started indulging and binge eating, etc., etc. I'm also more focused on giving the information that I've learned and taught to people. So that's why I'm not really like super, super sucked in, but definitely following like, the structure of 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight and maintaining that is more crucial than just eating whatever you want and just telling yourself I'm on a bulk diet and I'm gonna do whatever I want. So just be very mindful. Try to just throw away all the junk food and swap them and replace them with healthier foods. I kind of did the same thing. So all my sweets, I would literally just get all my sweets from like really healthy cakes, or like if I really have the urge for something sweet, in my meals I would eat like plantain, for potatoes, I would have like sweet potatoes. Those are sweet for me. Sometimes I would have like homemade barbecue or like jerk sauce on my chicken. So that's kind of like where I get my sweet things from. But in the essence of when I really, really want to eat something sweet, then I'll just have like a healthy cake. And that would be just me indulging in something sweet, and it's still healthy because it's a healthy cake. Usually it's like a carrot cake or a banana cake. It would be homemade with like tons of carrots in it. I would use cane sugar, which is healthier than normal sugar. And I would also like even in my smoothies, I would put honey, like Manuka honey inside, instead of like a lot of people use sugar. Tea, I would always use honey for teas. So it's just replacing the unhealthy things with the healthy things and just reducing all the junk food. Literally just stop eating the junk food as much as you can, especially if you're someone that like used to binge eat unhealthy food or processed junk food, because then you just get into that subconscious habit where you're literally just mindlessly going to the shop because you're addicted to these things and you're just buying unhealthy things and you're binge eating it at home, telling yourself this lie that I need to bulk and dirty bulk. You're probably not telling yourself you need to dirty bulk, but you're telling yourself you need to bulk, and by all means necessary, by all means possible. And it's never ended well. For all the people I've seen that have dirty bulked, it has never ended well in my eyes. Yes, you might see a few results, but in the long run, they're sacrificing their health. And your health is paramount. You don't want to be like, I see all these fitness guys that end up in hospital because they dirty bulk, and then it's just like, that's the end of them. You don't see them anymore because they're going through some form of suffering now where they're facing the consequences of their actions. So do not be like these people. Stop dirty bulking and just try to force yourself, or try to make eating healthy foods as sweet as possible. Try to make it like fun. Try incorporate certain healthy food ideas that would be fun for you to eat. Like make it pleasurable to eat healthy foods. And the only way you can do that is just consistency and then just developing the taste habits for these types of foods. That's what I found that works for me. I just incorporated eating healthy foods, knocking off certain things at a time. Like I knocked off chocolates, I knocked off sweets, like fried chicken foods, replacing like fizzy drinks and juices with water or like smoothies. It is a process. It will take some time. It took me like 6 months, maybe 6 months to a year to completely like have a good structured meal and a good structure liquid diet as well. So like just drinking waters and smoothies, because before I would literally just be drinking fruit juices and like fizzy drinks, Sprite, 7-Up, Fanta, Coca-Cola, Pepsi. I was so addicted to fizzy drinks just that taste, that dopamine rush, the sugar levels you would get from it. And it used to help because I used to be like a gamer, like I loved gaming. It got to a point I started streaming gaming and I was getting paid on the side as well. I probably should have continued that journey. You know, gaming's kind of fun, but like it gets to a point where you need to start finding better value in your life. Like I didn't want to represent myself as a gaming person, and now I'm off topic, so I'm so sorry guys, but I just wanted to share that with you. Myth number 2, protein chugging. Okay, sorry, protein timing is everything. I think it's very important that you time yourself to eat protein at the same times every day so your body can digest these proteins accurately and properly. If you do not time your protein every day, or like roughly having it at the same time every single day, then it'll be difficult to eat the right amounts of protein. So if you weigh like 200 grams of protein, 200 pounds of body weight, then it would be really hard for you to stick to eating 200 grams of protein every day, because you're not used to it. Like you would feel weird, it would feel bland. But when you have a structure, it just makes it so much easier. I hope that makes sense. So just aim for one gram of protein per pound of body weight. It's as simple as that, and it doesn't need to be difficult. Try to chug your shakes maybe right after your lifting. I'm not really a recommender of like chugging shakes, protein shakes, because what's the point? Like that's just a myth. Like protein shakes, when you can get all your food from, think about what your cavemen ancestors used to do. They never used to have protein shakes. Protein shakes are literally a man-made product. They say there's protein in it, but only God knows like what other ingredients are inside it as well. It's like someone telling me, oh, take a protein bar. It's just full of sugars and calories that are like empty calories, and there's no nutrients in them. Or maybe not empty calories, there's probably a lot of calories in a protein bar, but there's barely any sugar in it. Sorry, what am I saying today, guys? There's a lot of sugar in like protein bars. Usually they put it with chocolate and they put like caramel on it, and they'll put like a couple peanuts in it and say, oh yeah, 3 grams of protein. Like, you might as well just go eat the walnuts, the pecans individually, and like satisfy yourself with that if you really want to snack on something. And that would be way better than eating like that chocolate bar that's filled with sugars, and it's gonna ruin your nutrition. It's gonna affect your gut health. So just really think about that, and just try to essentially you just want to find I'm not really a protein timing type of person as well myself, but in the morning I have my structure for breakfast where I'll eat eggs, avocados, mushrooms, and chicken sausages. In the afternoon I would eat like more protein and carbs, where I would have like chicken or lean beef and potatoes, or rice and peas, which is just like brown rice and red kidney beans. And then in the evening, I would have the same thing pretty much, just either sweet potatoes and lean beef, some form of maybe lamb. I stick to the same ideal structure every week. So for the week, I would have something that I would stick to. So if it's chicken, maybe broccoli and sweet potatoes, and then throughout the whole week, for lunch and dinner, I would have the same thing. And I'm someone that's super, like, I don't mind, like, eating the same things every day. A lot of people do struggle with this. My clients hate this. They hate that they have to eat the same thing every single day. They hate that they can't just indulge in sweets and chocolates and fizzy drinks. And I completely understand. It's your life and you want to live your life. Why am I being forced to do something that I don't need to do? But at the same time, you want to lose weight or you want to build muscle, but you want to do it in the right way. So if you want to do these things, then sacrifices have to be made. Something needs to be like stopped. Some form of pleasure needs to be taken away from you for you to get your desired result, your desired outcome. So that's as simple as that. Myth number 3, a lot of people tend to say that carbs are the enemy. You have so many different types of people. Some people will say, oh yeah, get your carbs are needed. And then other people will say, no, carbs are the enemy, stop eating carbs. I'm definitely in the middle of this. I'm very neutral about this. It just depends on what you're aiming for. For me personally, I'm definitely the type of person that I like carbs, and you know they can help you in some form, shape, or way, especially if you're someone that's like, personally I play football and I play table tennis. Those are like my two go-to sports. I used to do a lot of boxing as well before, and carbs used to help me, to fuel me, to give me energy. Especially in these type of sports, you need a lot of like movement, and these just fuel you for the workout, and they also fuel you for after the workout as well. So definitely carbs are important. It's just, where are you getting your carbs from? If you're eating like crisps, pardon me, if you're eating crisps or like just biscuit, like sugary carbs, which are like carbs already turn into sugar. So look at white rice, that turns into sugar already. So if you're eating crisps, or like maybe not crisps, but like biscuits, like chocolate biscuit, they're literally just already carbs with extra added sugar, which is more carbs, and it's just gonna turn into more sugar in your body, which eventually will turn into fat. So I mean, it's just kind of pointless to just eat like unnecessary carbs. But if you're going for carbs such as like fruits, vegetables, you know, just good carbs, these are the carbs you want to be aiming for, like fruits and vegetables. And also it could be like rice, potatoes. These are all vegetables, to be fair. Like potatoes are like a form of vegetables. So if you're going for these type of carbs, these are perfect because they actually give you nutrients for your body that will help you in other areas of your health as well. And then they also fuel you during your workout. So these are good. Like, I mean, sometimes for me, the only reason I would say carbs do not really help me sometimes is that it kind of makes me lazy and lethargic. I don't know, everyone works differently, but when I eat like the rice or the potatoes or like the chips, potatoes, when I eat these type of things, I just feel so like tired, and I just want to be chill. I just want to be relaxed and like just sit back. Like, but when I'm more on just my keto diet, when I'm just eating proteins, I'm so like energetic. I want to do things around the house. I want to go out. I want to, you know, I'm so energetic playing football. So I don't know what it is with me, but I think if you're someone that like literally has to, for your sports, you have to get like some form of, like, maybe let's say you're a sports person and you play football like 3 to 4 times a week, or you go gym maybe four maybe 5 times a week. If you're that type of person that's always in the gym, or you're always doing some form of sports activity, or even your job could be like very, you know, movement, and you could be very interactive throughout the day, and you need that energy to either make sales or just to perform better at your job, then I would heavily recommend you to have healthy carbs in the morning, where you're eating carbs and you're also getting energy from it. So like a smoothie would be a great carb, where you can have strawberries, bananas. Obviously, you can have some Greek yogurt, which is more protein based and does have carbs in it as well. And also you could have honey, which is a healthier carb than like white sugar. And then you just mix that with some water. I would avoid like apple juice and stuff like that. That's empty carbs. There's barely any apples in apple juice. What the hell? Like anything that has juice on it, just avoid it at all costs. But if you're this type of person that's like very movement based throughout your week, then definitely I would advocate for carbs. But if you are trying to be more focused and still trying to build muscle, then I would say just stick to meats only, meats and fats. So fats and proteins, literally nuts, chicken, beef, and like avocados, which is a healthy fat. Just stick to healthy fats, and also, so even like olive oil, you could use butter if you're going for the right butter, and literally just healthy fats and healthy meats or healthy proteins. And if you stick to this diet, this will The minute I touch any form of carbohydrate, I feel so tired. It's weird. Like instantly after, especially the days where I used to eat like cereal or like oats in the morning, I would feel so tired after. But when I literally just eat eggs in the morning, just 6 eggs, 7 eggs in the morning, just eggs with nothing else, I'm like fucking on it. Like I'm just like a drill. Like I'm like a dart. Like I'm just on it. I'm an eagle. I'm so sharp, especially first thing in the morning where I just only like after maybe a window of like 1 hour to 2 hours after waking up. And then I drink water obviously in the morning with some salt, sea salt, with to get my electrolytes. And then I literally wake up and then I, maybe make my videos like I am now. It's probably like 8 in the morning. That was a lie. It's like 11 a.m. It's a Friday morning, guys. Leave me alone. But after I've eaten, so around now, I'd like eat breakfast and I would have just eggs. I would be sharp. Like I'm on it. I'm like on the go mode. So if you really want to be on the go with your diet, definitely highly recommend you to start eating or just focusing on proteins and fats. Just leave the carbs out of it. But this is more for like the advanced guys. If you're still someone that's like struggling to like keep the chocolates away, the sweets, maybe you're like so fixated on having processed foods or junk food, then, and maybe fizzy drinks as well, energy drinks, maybe coffee or caffeine, and maybe you like white sugar in your coffees as well, 3 or 4. If you're someone that struggles with these type of things already, then you're still in the beginning stages and you just need to literally focus on reducing the amount of junk food you eat and the processed food you eat and just replacing these things with healthier options. Then you can start focusing on like, okay, I'm literally just gonna go keto diet. Because you don't want to like just go cold turkey on everything, because then you'll feel overwhelmed, you might crash, and then you'll just tell yourself, fuck it, I'm just gonna go back to my old life. I'm gonna unsubscribe to Paul because I can't be bothered to like be so harsh on myself with this diet. But definitely, hopefully I've debunked that myth for you, which is carbs are the enemy. So you can choose whether it's the enemy for you or not. And it's not necessarily a myth, but a lot of people that do say you shouldn't have carbs completely are like a bit like, stupid. You can't generalize everyone. But what has worked for me is definitely, if I'm not really focused on like building like this aesthetic body, like if you want the aesthetic body, then obviously you need carbs so you can fuel your workouts and perform better. So I do take carbs because I want to look better, but I just make sure that I have the right carbs. So carbs are the enemy if you're having the wrong carbs. Myth number 4, you've got to eat every 2 hours. So I made a video saying that you should eat every 3 hours. I am wrong about that. I think like constantly trying to eat can be like actually kind of bad for you. So like some people might wake up at like 6 a.m. in the morning, and for me to sit here and tell them every 3 hours they've got to eat protein, maybe they're at work for like 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours a day, like Monday to Friday. Who am I to tell them, oh, eat every 3 hours? So guys, I take that back. Eat when you can, but just eat the right meals and keep that structure that you like have to keep, which is, obviously 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So, 6 meals a day, or people that say, oh, you need 6 meals a day or your muscles will shrink. Like this is just a lie. And you can still achieve your desired body without forcing yourself to eat so many meals every single day. The truth is that actually meal frequency does not rule, and this actually studies show this, that having meals constantly doesn't show any massive performance indicator. Obviously you'll get bigger faster if you have more meals, but you don't have to do that to achieve your desired body or to build muscle with your diet. So don't rule yourself out by saying, oh, I need to eat like every second of the day, every hour of the day. This is true, but it's also false, because you'll probably just end up putting, people that overeat, they actually put on more fat regardless of what they're eating. They put on more fat than muscle. So, but the people that they actually take time to eat at like in the morning, afternoon, and evening, and also like pre and post workout. The people that like have a strategy and maybe they're on a calorie surplus of 250 calorie surplus, is just literally eating above your maintenance weight. So if you burn 1,000 calories every day, then you would need to eat 1,250 calories to be on a calorie surplus of 250. Hopefully I've not like broken someone's brain there, but a lot of people tend to say that if they could just stick to a calorie surplus and just maintain that consistently, this is actually even better. And as long as you're just making sure that you're eating that calorie surplus, if you're trying to bulk and build muscle at the same time, if you're this type of person, literally just focus on a calorie surplus and you will gain weight and you will gain the right muscle. If you're trying to lose weight, literally just do the opposite. Eat less than you burn every single day. It's as simple as that. Some people struggle to eat, some people love eating. If you're this type of person, just find your right balance and you will achieve the lean, or you will achieve the bulk muscle that you want to achieve with your diet. It's as simple as that. It never needs to get harder than that. And for me personally, I eat 3 to 4 times a day and I'm still growing. So just relax, just be calm, be patient. This is a journey. It's not a race. You don't need to like run ahead of anyone. You can race people. If you're a competitive person like me, I'm very competitive, and like I take everything as a competition. And I have a lot of respect for you if you're this type of person. Like if you're competitive, this proves that like you desire to become better than like 99% of people. But if you're someone that's like competitive but you're forcing yourself to do certain things, just relax, just take it easy. Remember, the more importance you put on something, the harder it will be to actually achieve this thing. So the more importance you put on losing weight, or the more importance you put on gaining muscle or putting on weight, the more importance you put on this like specific idea, the harder it will be for you to attain this thing. So the less you think about it, but the more you focus on the things that you need to do, the positive things that you need to do to achieve this thing, the faster you will get towards that thing. Anytime I think about I pressure myself about building muscle, that's when I lose gains. But when I do not pressure myself about it, that's when I actually start, getting better results. So hopefully that helped you with that. And finally, my last myth is lean bulking takes forever. So I mentioned this to you at the start, where I said, this isn't going to be something that's just going to happen. Like, it's not, you're not going to click your finger or wake up the next morning and just be like, oh my gosh, look at my body. Like, I have a literal 6-pack. Like, oh my gosh, it's not going to happen like that. That's not how your body works. Your body is malleable and it takes time to like carve and process all these nutrients. It takes time to get rid of all the junk food that you've been eating. It takes time to take all the nutrients that you've been putting in your body. It takes time to like process all the water and make you feel hydrated. It takes time. Nothing's going to be quick. And you've just got to remember that this is your life now. You've got to live it. It can't be like, oh, I want to be ripped by summer. It can't be that. It's got to be like, I am this guy now. I am this. This is me. You can't just think, oh, I'm going to be this type of person. Like, you've got to just live it. Live it. As Central C would say, live yours. So live this journey and don't think of it as like, oh, it's going to take forever. Like, what's the rush? Who are you trying to impress? Because you should only be impressing yourself at the end of the day. If you are happy with how you look, other people will see that and they'll transpire that energy. Yes, if you look fat, and I understand, like if you look fat, you are the outcome of what you've been eating at the end of the day. You are the outcome of how you've been training, how you've been exercising, what you've been doing in your spare time, and also in your work time. So if you are fat currently and this is your current state, just firstly accept your insecurities, accept and take accountability for all the actions you've taken to get to this current result. Do not blame it on genetics. Do not blame it on your environment. Blame yourself, take accountability, and start taking action to get the desired result. And the only way you can do that is by focusing on the processes. So you know what the process is to get slimmer. Just focus on the processes to get slimmer. Calorie deficit. Slowly work your way higher and higher to eating less calories every single day, and try to burn more calories every day so you can achieve that faster. And it's as simple as that. Stick to that, stay consistent. It's as simple as that. It doesn't really matter what you're eating. If you're trying to lose weight, literally just eat less calories than you're burning. Calorie deficit, simple as that. Obviously, I'm not like urging you to eat. You will still lose weight even if you eat like fried food and bullshit. But what you want to ideally get to is by losing weight and then also building muscle on the same like pathway. So it's like you're losing weight, but you're also looking better as well. Like you're gonna look better, and when you leave your house, people are gonna be like, "Yo, this guy's losing weight and he's putting on muscle. You've been going gym. By the way, you can literally put on muscle with just your diet. You don't even need to train. You see those people that like, they look bulky, they look strong, and you think, oh my gosh, your genes are so good. It's not genes. It's not genes. They've been eating right. They've been eating right, guys. They eat well. Like they're eating fufu and like a goosey soup. Now, obviously, fufu has a lot of carbs in it, but I've noticed all the people that like look muscly and like it's just all natural, they've been eating a lot of proteins. If you check their meals throughout the week, they eat a lot of protein. All the people I've seen that are like big, and it's not like none of that. They've been eating a lot of proteins. So don't sit here and say genes. Please do not sit here and tell me genes. So just remember, yeah, myths suck, and you've probably got so many myths in your mind. I've probably not mentioned any of them. If there are any myths that I haven't mentioned, put that down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.